Before you move to South Roanoke City, Virginia, be sure to watch this video.
That's right. If you're new to the area or you're thinking about moving to the highly sought after neighborhood of South Roanoke, make sure you stick around for this video and check out our other videos on the surrounding area here in the Roanoke Valley.
Hey, real quick, it's Hal and Chris. If you're interested in buying or selling in Roanoke, reach out to us with the contact information on the screen.
And be sure to take the neighborhood quiz, which is in the description below, to find out what part of Roanoke is going to be best for you.
You know, living in South Roanoke City, Virginia, I think really offers so much for residents. It has charm, it has convenience to everything, it has this vibrant community atmosphere, and we're going to tell you why people love it today.
Let's just talk about location, right? So in today's day and age, people are worried about convenience, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about where Roanoke, South Roanoke is located within Roanoke proper.
Yeah, and if you kind of take this, I like to start from the top and work my way in. I'm a very visual person, but you can see here that Roanoke itself lies in the southwest part of of Virginia. So we are a mountainous town. It's beautiful, surrounded by mountains, just sitting in this valley here. But let's talk about the main thoroughfares that we have.
Yeah, so we've got I-81, which is your north-south interchange, to get up to Pennsylvania, up to New York City, that type of thing. If you're going to go south, it'll take you down to Tennessee, and further south than that, of course, right? And then you've got 581, which is just kind of a, it's kind of the perimeter, like I think of in Atlanta, where we had 285 that went around the perimeter, but this is just kind of a gateway from the north side of town to the south side of town, and the 581 interchange turns into
220.
To Route 220, which will take you down to North Carolina, South Carolina, and further places due south from us.
And beyond, right?
That's right.
So when we're talking about South Roanoke, the community, the neighborhood, you've got downtown here, and then you just head south. And right here in this little pocket, it's interesting how the topography works here. You can see the road system is just a reflection of that. You've got this nice grid system here, and then it gets up to the
flat
mountains.
area at the base of the mountainous area, and then you start winding, snaking up through the hills of South Roanoke.
Right, and it's known for its really close proximity to Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital, the Roanoke River Greenway, and downtown Roanoke. So we're going to explore all of that in this video. I can't wait to dive in.
One of the many reasons that people are moving to the Roanoke Valley is because of our outdoor amenities, activities, recreation, and the lifestyle that our area affords.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've had people move here just for mountain biking because we're so highly ranked. And just to have that opportunity, like our folks from Texas, they don't like the heat anymore. They want to move here just to get a breath of fresh air, literally those 4 seasons. So we talked about earlier, we're surrounded by mountains. That is the Blue Ridge mountain range, and South Roanoke provides this breathtaking views and super easy access to outdoor activities.
Yeah, think about it during the wintertime when I'm going down 581 and I look over to the left side when I'm heading south, and I look up and I was like, oh, there's the South Roanoke houses overlooking the whole entire valley. So there's definitely some majestic views up there. And it's super convenient to other outdoor activities that people are going to be looking for. So right out your front door, you've got nearly 10 miles of actual greenway, which runs along the Roanoke River. So you can run, you can walk, you can bike. That area is pretty flat.
Yes.
Although some of the greenway, you're going to have some inclines and declines because we are a mountainous city, right?
Yeah, and we're talking about over nearly 10 miles of greenway. I mean, and that just keeps our city nice and active. And not to mention the Blue Way. So we talked about the greenway going alongside the river. Well, we have a Blue Way that actually lets you capitalize on an urban river. There's a put-in launch right over here, and you can just enjoy the river. I love that. I think it's so cool.
Absolutely. And then don't forget, when you're looking at South Roanoke, you are super close to Mill Mountain, right? So the Mill Mountain Star, which is a pristine, amazing overlook up there. So you can actually check that out. but you can actually hike up from South Roanoke proper up to the Star itself and to the Mill Mountain Park up there.
Right. I mean, look at all these trails. These are trails, and you could spend a whole day up at the Star. There's overlooks. There's a discovery center. There's a zoo, and there's a little beautiful botanical walk here. Have a picnic. There's not many other places in the country that you have such an iconic mountain right in the heart of downtown area. But yeah, it connects right up to the Star, so that's a lot of fun. It's literally, like you said, in your backyard.
Yeah. And then other options for outdoor recreation in South Roanoke is going to be over at River's Edge, where you can, they've got soccer field, you've got baseball, softball fields, you've got tennis courts. And again, it's like right in the heart of the city. It's right in the valley, so you can look up and you can actually see the Star from there, which is super cool to me.
Yeah, it's right under the Star. I used to play softball on these fields. I remember that. That was really fun. And, you know, there's 16 tennis courts, not to mention a playground too. So you can just go on the Greenway and then hop over to River's Edge. It's really convenient and nice. And like you said, it's right under the Star, but also here's Carilion Memorial Hospital. I wanted to indicate that so you can see how close it is. This is what we're considering South Roanoke.
Yep, that's the edge over there towards the hospital, and it goes up the mountain from there. Yeah, and then if you want to jump in your car and you want to go explore Park, where there's treetop quests, there's river access, there's tubing, there's camping, you name it, it is out there, and I think you want to keep going.
Yeah, it's right here. It's only 17 minutes over to Explore Park. I wanted to kind of stop here on Blue Ridge Parkway. This is a scenic drive. You'll have to check out our video on that because it gives you a lot of information, but right off of Blue Ridge Parkway is Explore Park. Hundreds of acres, hundreds. You can do everything there, right?
Yep, you can hike, you can bike. There's a brewery on site. There's a visitor center there.
Yeah.
Treetop Quest, which has like zip lines and walkways through the trees. All those types of things. So
aerial adventure.
Yeah, you can spend all day, as many days a week as you want to there.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
So 17 minutes away, you're going to feel like you're in the middle of a national forest. So let's jump over to charming neighborhoods next. Like, why is this really considered a charming neighborhood? Why is it so sought after, like what you had said at the beginning of the video?
Yeah, well, it's known for its tree-lined streets, especially on the lower section there where you've got that grid-like pattern. I mean, with that, you see people in the morning and the afternoons, they are walking their kids over to Crystal Spring Elementary School, which is one of the top-rated elementary schools in the area. And then on the weekends, on a daily basis, if you're riding through there, you are going to see people out and about, being a part of the community, getting their exercise in, and just enjoying life on those tree-lined streets.
Yeah, and you can see from this aerial, it's really nice, and I love that. You see how that grid pattern kind of changes with the terrain, as we mentioned. But
that's right, and you see it's kind of condensed down on the grid area, but then up here it kind of gets like a little sparse as far as the houses.
Yeah, there are opportunities for some acreage here. If depending on, not all of it may be usable, but it's pretty interesting here. So. I think another place another reason why it's so sought after is that there's like this strong sense of community. I think that does come with people walking and being out meeting their neighbors, and it's known for its low crime rates and friendly neighbors, making it kind of a comfortable place to live.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of different areas here that kind of give you that piece of Americana per se, right? So I would definitely say that South Roanoke falls into that category when you're thinking about that peace and harmony and just kind of like the good vibe that you're looking for when it comes to a place to call home.
Yeah, and also walkability, right? There's a lot of boutique shops. There's locally owned restaurants, cafes. We're going to talk about those in just a second. But you had mentioned the top tier schools. So and a lot of our clients are looking for that for their family. That's really important. But don't forget the cultural side of things. Like, it is minutes away from downtown. I want to show you where I'm talking about. So if this is South Roanoke here, then you just hop right on down, and you are right here at Elmwood Park, our amphitheater. You've got all of downtown amenities, so you can pop over and see a show at Elmwood Park, our outdoor amphitheater, as I mentioned. And then this is central downtown Roanoke City. You've got the Pinball Museum, which is housed inside of Center of the Square.
And Starcade as well.
The planetarium, the Science Museum, Kids Square. And then we've got, of course, the History Center, the O. Winston Link. That's also a visitor center. The Taubman Museum of Art. And then restaurants we'll get to in a minute. I know you're dying for that.
always ready to eat.
But super close. So I just wanted to show you that it's really close to museums, theaters, festivals, anything you can imagine.
All right, we finally come to one of my favorite parts of our videos, which is talking about food and somewhat shopping.
Yeah,
but primarily food for me.
What I love is that South Roanoke has its own little village area, which is so neat. It's just South Roanoke Village clusters right here around Crystal Spring Avenue, and there's a fire station here. Let me show you a few things. There's a fire station, there's coffee shops, there's a post office even. But let's dive into the places to eat.
So let's start off with one that's kind of hidden there, but just up is going to be Fork in the Alley. And they've got like American fare, really known for their pizza, super awesome. Got live music quite often as well. And then you've got the River and Rail restaurant, which is more fine dining.
Yes.
Make sure you do reservations there, but they do a lot of farm to table, unique menus. Our favorite running joke in any of our videos we talk about is the fact that the last time that we went there, we got pork rinds and champagne.
Yes.
Because we were still drinking at the time, but no more.
Yes, yeah, that was fun. I mean, it's a great place, locally sourced, just fantastic. And then Sweet Donkey Coffee Shop is here. I know that's a little out of the way, but
it's only a 2-block walk, and remember, everybody likes to walk in South Roanoke, so not a big deal.
Yeah, but food trucks come here, bands, great place to just hang out and have
lots of med students there that are talking and actually studying so they can pass their exams and be great doctors.
Yes. And then hop on over. Sorry, I got off on a tangent, but you can see how everything's kind of clustered around here. I definitely want to mention Crystal Spring Grocery Company. Really neat spot. And you like it because they have like pimento cheese and ham biscuits. It's truly a southern place.
And they've also got some local meats in their freezer. Things are handmade on site. Ham biscuits for sure. And then right next door is going to be Yard Bull Meats, which is a butcher shop. So if you're looking for fine, handcrafted meat that's like, kind of cut to order, get exactly what you want, then Yard Bull is going to be a spot for you, and that's located in South Roanoke.
Yeah, so if that's not enough for you, you're really close to some other eateries here. Mellow Mushroom, always a fun location, great atmosphere on the inside.
They got the big transformer up there.
Yes, yeah, and one of my favorites is just really close to there is First Watch. I love First Watch breakfast. It's so delicious. So that's really close as well. Let's talk about shopping. I don't want to forget that, especially while we're right here. We've got Earth Fare. So this is a great health food store if you're not familiar with it. And it's just super convenient to everything. And then if that's not enough, we've got Towers.
Across the railroad track and across the interstate and 220 there, you got Towers. Or you've got your Kroger, you've got,
so much.
You got the ABC store, you've got Mission Barbecue, you've got lots of shops inside of there as well. There's
Fresh Market too.
Oh yeah. How could I forget Fresh Market?
I don't know.
I'm like, you go in there, and even if you don't need to buy something, just for the ambiance, you'll buy something.
Yes, yeah, and great gifts too. But there's Buff City Soaps. There's Gone Coco, a little bit hippie, and just a whole lot to choose from in this concentrated area. There's an upper and lower area. So that's
even a Planet Fitness if you want to get your your fitness on.
That's
so
right.
it's right there also.
Yeah, so that's Towers, and then if you head a little further southwest is Tanglewood. So Tanglewood is another shopping center. It's a mall, and what has just been added to Tanglewood?
The YMCA pickleball emporium, basically. I mean, they did a huge revamp of the old mall, a certain area that they just put like a ton of pickleball courts in there. We haven't been there, so I don't know what other items they have there for fitness. They do have pickleball, of course, and this is only like a 10-minute drive from South Roanoke, so super convenient. And our running joke around here when we're on our videos is the fact that you're about 20 minutes from anywhere you want to be in the Roanoke Valley, so it's easy to get around right now, no issues, no problems, so you're going to be convenient to whatever resources or amenities that you're going to desire.
Yeah, and at Tanglewood there, I want to just mention TJ Maxx, Home Goods, love that, and then Barnes & Noble, there's a movie theater, there's Michael's, but to show you that road that you take, it's really super convenient. You can see it right here. It's just right here, and then boom, you're in South Roanoke. So like you said, 10 minutes at the most. There's also local boutiques along the way, like Punch Boutique, so that's really fun.
Oh yeah. Now that you've fallen in love with South Roanoke, where are you going to live?
I don't know. Let us show you some home sweet homes that we have in our multiple listing service. This is really cool.
Yeah, so there's like 123 that we have pulled up here in South Roanoke over the last year, and the blue dots are representative of actual properties that have closed, and then the green ones are actually active properties. So if you're looking for something, there are some available, and then the orange ones are currently pending or under contract. So let's dive in, and we're going to go from the lower end of the spectrum as far as like $300,000-ish all the way up to a grand manor estate that's all the way up to $3.3 million as far as the types of properties that you'll see in South Roanoke.
Yeah, we thought it'd be fun just to do a little snapshot, give you a little range of what you can expect to find in this area. So the first one is a condo that had sold for $300,000, and it is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a little around 1,200 square feet. So.
And that's like my favorite part is the actual deck there.
The balcony.
Yeah, the balcony. So you can actually see across the sidewalk, over the trees, see people walking around, milling around the area.
Super walkable, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Talk about connecting with your neighbors. That would be really nice. And low maintenance.
Yes.
With condo living.
Yeah, like let's say you're in med school, you don't want to take care of anything. Could be a prime opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's jump up to a 4-square that was sold for $450,000. And what was the stats on that one?
So there were 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, just over 2,600 square feet of finished square footage, and this is a very common, popular style around here, the 4-square. You'll see those in South Roanoke, Wasena, Grandin area, Raleigh Port as well. And if it's 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, I would anticipate, without seeing it in person, that those bedrooms might be a little tiny, because traditionally you'll see, 4 bedrooms, unless they're counting bedroom in the basement in this one, which could be the case, and then you might be a little bit more expansive on that front.
And talk about charm. That's what you're getting in the South Roanoke area, really neat charm to some of these historic homes. So, all right, so let's keep moving on. This is a contemporary that I love.
It's got the A-frame with the big window, so you can see that amazing view right there.
Oh, look at that view.
Gorgeous. That would be a full-time, year-round view, because I was noticing the trees there. Even with those, they're trimmed low enough so you can see out across the valley at any time of the season.
Sold for $830,000, 2 bedrooms,
2.5 baths, which we're kind of surprised at for $830,000.
But look at that view. I keep coming back to that view.
But it is almost 3,800 square feet of finished square footage. So you could be creative to create some other bedroom spaces if you needed to. But I love that island there in the kitchen. The outdoor space just
Yes.
gives you that definitely cool mountain retreat vibe, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think this brings us to a good point, is that in the South Roanoke area, there's so many different styles of architecture you're going to run into. The contemporary, the traditional, and everything in between. So it really is, but it works. It works in this neighborhood. It's
Yeah. Now there's actually some new construction over there. There's a neighborhood over there that's got some new construction, which would be traditional, like spec type houses, but those are available. And then there are some custom homes that have been built as well that are new construction, and those are like around 2 to 3 million as far as the newer ones that have a lot within South Roanoke proper, versus being in that subdivision I mentioned.
Yeah, and then this estate sold for $3.3 million, 5 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, 4 half bathrooms. Look at those murals. It's just gorgeous.
And it's almost 11,000 square feet. I mean, tons of architectural detail, just expansive for, for the family, for friends, whoever you might want to invite over.
That's gorgeous.
And if you buy that one, you're welcome to invite us over anytime.
We'll stay in the West Wing, I guess. Yeah, so this is just a small sampling of what you can get in South Roanoke. And what a great neighborhood, what a great community. And there's so many other great neighborhoods too in Roanoke.
Yeah, so make sure you check out our other videos on Roanoke, Virginia living, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video today.